They the blackest, the brightest, the boldest. We talk combos go. We come in, we hit it with the trick shot. Nothing but net. We need that bell, but them haters they gon' still watch. Like I just said, when it comes to combos, you looking at the TikTok. You wanna come into the ring, mess around, go ahead, get tricked out. We got that attitude, they shoot to dominate. We got the table, we filling up all the plates. You press play whenever you wanna taste. We always with the real, baby, you never gave fake. The blackest, the brightest, the boldest. They the blackest, the brightest, the boldest. They the blackest, the brightest, the boldest. We talk about yeah, they the coldest.
It's them people again, y'all. What it do, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Glow Sun Production proudly brings to you its best, brightest, and blackest combat review show there is on YouTube or anywhere else. That's We Talk Combat, so we talk all things combat sports and sports entertainment. I'd like to welcome everybody to another episode here of our weekly show we do. If you're new around here to the channel, please hit that subscribe button somewhere near BA's left shoulder down there. Also, do us a favor, hit that like button while you're at it so that other folks are notified of when we drop this fire for you. And hit the notification bell while you're at it. We normally do this around 3 p.m. on Sundays afternoons, but sometimes things switches up because of different circumstances and all. But again, if you're new around here, I'll tell you how the show goes real quick. We have a wrestling highs and lows of the week. We give you our highs and lows of what we thought of all WWE product, including AAA and TNA, and then give a letter grade each. If you stay around after that, we talk about any wrestling tea, which includes previewing any PLEs that may come up in the upcoming week, as well as anything that may have happened throughout the week that we may want to talk to you guys about. And then last but not least, we show love to you guys and answer any questions or comments you may have. When you can hit us up at @WTC for We Talk Combats in the comments, so we know you're talking to us and not one of your fellow glow mates. And we'll get to your question or comment either throughout the show or at the end of the show at the segment. We appreciate you guys in advance. Before we move on, here's our watch along schedule. If you're interested, we have watch alongs in Discord throughout the week, as well as on YouTube sometimes, where you can talk to myself and Queen. But we have Mondays, Monday Night Raw, Tuesdays is NXT, Wednesdays is Evolved, or actually AEW Dynamite as well. Thursdays is TNA Impact, Fridays is SmackDown. We show all Saturday night and Sunday night main events, AAAs as well, and any PLEs that may fall on Saturday or Sunday are shown in Discord. You only have to be a subscriber of the YouTube channel to get access to this. So as long as you subscribe to the channel before we get monetized, is a way of saying thank you to help us get monetized, and you get access to the Discord over there as long as you link your channels. Come on over there and say what's up to us, but you can also say what's up to us over here on YouTube, because we usually do watch alongs at least on Mondays and Fridays, and as well as any PLEs as well. Queen usually holds it down for the AAA. We'll talk about that. Last but not least, follow us on our other channel, We Talk Combat Clips, where I drop condensed versions of the show throughout the week in shorts, usually Monday through Friday over there. So check us out if you want the two long didn't read versions over there. So with all that being said, y'all, not Queen. With all that being said, y'all, let's get to our highs and lows. All right, another week of WWE product, y'all. Monday, we had the Bloodline ending the show after Jacob Fatu got a victory against LA Knight. We'll talk about that and more. On NXT, we had the debut. I was going to say the return, but the debut technically of Mike Santana on NXT. So we'll definitely talk about that and more. That was after Tony D'Angelo defeated Naraku, I think his name is, on in a no disqualification match. We'll talk about that and more. On Evolve, we had Dorian Van Dux versus Sam Holloway, and it ended up being a double disqualification. We'll talk about that and more. On TNA Impact, we had Nick Nemeth defending and retaining his TNA championship against KC Navarro. We'll talk about that and more. SmackDown had Cody Rhodes and CM Punk having their face-to-face just a week before their confrontation for the WWE Championship. We'll talk about that and more. And on AAA, we had Dominic and El Grande Americano teaming and losing because Dominic turned his back. They lost to what is it? What's the team? Los Perros Del Mal. Del Mal, yeah, Los Perros Del Mal. They lost to them, and then Dominic actually joined forces with Dorian Rodon and Omos. So we'll talk about that and more as well. But to start the show off, let's go to you, babe. Kamo Queen, Queen of the Ring 86. How are you first and foremost? And then give me your highs and lows of this week's WWE product and what's your overall letter grade, babe.
All right. So I'm feeling good. I can't complain. I'm excited because we get to go to an in-person event in basically like a week, right? A week or two. Yeah. So I'm pretty excited about that. How are you doing?
I cannot complain, babe. I always appreciate you for asking me. But again, the
Oh.
people who don't want to know about how I'm doing, they want to know what your thoughts are about WWE and also let them know how you feel, babe.
So, we'll start with Raw. I'm happy I got to see some Javon, but he lost. But it wasn't a title match, so I guess we shouldn't care. I kind of am a little bit burnt out on the Maxine Dupree and Austin Theory angle a little bit. I don't know where that's going. Got to see Chad Gable and Penta, because Chad Gable's trying to build his reputation back up with the Mexican people after his portrayal as the OG El Grande Americano. So that was cool. I mean, I didn't really care too much about the rest of the show. LA Knight, they about to black screen him. I don't know what's going on with LA Knight, and Bloodline. That's basically mostly what I got out of Monday. Oh yeah, no, but Femi had a match, against somebody else who is a jobber. No offense, big head. Moving on though, we can go ahead and we can move on to NXT. So NXT, we got to see somebody about to spin the block apparently on everybody over there. I'm actually surprised to see somebody from TNA go to NXT because I saw Starboy go from NXT to TNA. I haven't really seen too many go the other way around. So I'm kind of surprised by that, but I guess he's gonna be like a new staple on the show, I suppose. Got to see Keanu Carver. I've actually been enjoying him a little bit. Like that's cool. I don't have no complaints really. As far as NXT goes, I think we also got a debut from Rena Volkan too as well. So there was that. We hadn't seen any debuts on there other than I guess, Mike Santana in a hot minute. So that was cool. Tony D'Angelo. I don't like Tony D'Angelo, and I do think that Naraku is getting a little bit of preferential treatment. I was about to say special treatment, but preferential treatment for being EO's man because I don't know what his storyline actually is with Tony D'Angelo. I don't really understand where their beef really actually started or what it's based on, but they keep trying to keep it going. And I think they need to put a pin in that and go do something else. So that was that. We can move on to Evolve. Um, there was something I wanted to say. Oh, Nikita Lyons, man. I got Nikita Lyons fatigue. I'm tired of her. I believe that she ended up getting the championship. And I know that they were trying to push her for a while, and everybody's saying that she might get a call up soon, but I'm not really a huge fan of her. Uh, we saw Elijah Holyfield lose, and yeah, Evolve was the weaker show, I guess, for me this week. We can move on though. Oh, actually, I want to go back though. I know they're trying to really put Aaron Rourke back on the screen after losing his championship, but I think that his mystique is kind of waned. I don't feel like it's gonna be an easy road for him to get back in the spotlight. Uh, yeah, basically. But we can move back on. So TNA, I got to see my boy Ricky Sosa and Leon Slater, and I guess they're officially like a team, which is pretty cool. I was pretty happy about that. I know Nick Nemeth defeated Casey Navarro. Didn't really care too much about that. Moose and Elijah got their asses beat. That's a shame. It is what it is. Other than that, I know BDE was on there again. And BDE, if you ever like to be a guest on the show, please come on the show. But I'd really like to see you win, a match. I'm praying for you, brother. Other than that, didn't really care if Wendy Chu was there, like again, it just TNA I feel like has a lot of weaker storylines, so that's why I'm actually enjoying the Leon and the Ricky Sosa thing because it kind of works with them going against the system. It works. It works. It just makes sense. You know what I mean? Like the Leon already had a storyline with what's to come. So it makes sense that they've come together and that they're a team now. Like that makes sense. Everything else on the show doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. Bop, bop, bop. Shite. SmackDown. I'm trying to remember all what happened on SmackDown. Now that they chased SmackDown 2 hours, it's kind of like things move a lot faster, but I kind of forget what happened, especially because we went out after that. So Cody and CM Punk, their thing nobody cares about. They're really trying to make us care about it, but the fact that it's all built off of a belt hitting Cody in the face is like the lamest shit ever. Like I don't know what the fuck that was about. I don't know why the fuck that was about. Um, Really everything else in the show kind of sucked, other than we got to see the match with Royce Keys, Trick Williams, Finn Balor, and and Damian Priest. And shout out to R-Truth for he did 2 double entendres. I won't ruin it, but go look it up. It was pretty hilarious. I won't do it any justice. But yeah, I see it as big and protect basically everybody from essentially being pinned. Essentially, like they wanted to elevate Finn Balor, and Finn Balor against Damian Priest makes sense. They used to be in the Judgment Day. I'm fine with that. I'm cool. I knew this wasn't going to be a about trick kind of thing, and Jacob Fatu coming out, all like just a bunch of just shenanigans happen. But I do think it's actually pretty cool that they did the after part of, Trick and Baron Corbin having beef. And Baron Corbin actually looks pretty good. Because I remember how he kind of was before. And I said it's funny because he's supposed to be a bad guy, but he has such a nice looking face. Like, so it's like nobody believes that you can really be a bad guy, Baron Corbin. But we appreciate you. It'll give somebody like Trick can go against us similar in build and everything. So I think it works. And it's a shame because I feel like I didn't see Mello not one time or Ricky Saints not one time on SmackDown at all. Like I think that they're on hibernation. They put on ice for a little bit. Last thing, AAA. So AAA had a PLE, and I actually went back and watched it. As unfortunately, I fell asleep. So sorry, guys, fell asleep. But I did go back and actually watch it because that's the best part about AAA is that you can watch the whole episodes on YouTube.
Babe,
But we
before you
do watch
continue,
alongs.
I forgot to say that. I'm sorry. It's Verano de Escandalo.
Escandalos. Yep.
Yes.
Verano del Escalandos. So
Continue.
something about scandals, some shit. I don't know. Either way, don't matter. Um, the two main things that I thought were smart was one, Lola Vice and Mr. Iguana. Like they ended up losing their titles, and I feel like it was about time. And I think that that's a sign that they're probably about to start putting Lola possibly more on a bigger brand. Is that they had her lose her title, and Mr. Iguana also lost his title. But Lahidra and Laredo Kid, they're out there making a tear, so it was cool. Really, the most important thing, like you said already, was that what we're seeing on the screen right there is that El Grande and Dominic, had a tag team match together, and it was actually a pretty damn good match. It was a good match. And as you said, like Dominic turned against El Grande, which I guess they were kind of frenemies anyways, but he like officially was like, yeah, I don't fuck with you, and got Omos big ass behind him. So I'm like, God damn. Um, Obviously this is going to work up into Triple Mania, so I'm actually kind of excited on how the next few episodes are going to pair out until then, because it's enough time to build up. So they should be able to build up a nice story, just like they built up the original. Well, the way they created more hype towards the El Grande story. Um, and yeah, that was basically it. Like there was some other stuff going on, but like it just was kind of inconsequential. Overall, it was a weaker week of wrestling for me personally. And that sucks because like it's I've had like 2 weeks or so that I've given them pretty decent scores, but today I'm going to actually give this week a C minus. I feel like SmackDown and Raw were both weak, and I feel like Evolve was also kind of trash.
All right.
That's it.
So we're starting the week off, or starting reviews, I should say, with a C minus. So we're saying the shows may be mid this week. Let's see. Let's go to you, final Hugo Boss, Travis himself.
Yes, sir.
How are you today, bro? And what is your overall opinion of this week's WWE product and letter grade?
I'm all right. The same old. But let's jump into this wrestling real quick. So we started out Raw. It was good seeing actual match start off. Raw this week. No promo or anything like that. we had Javon, you know, Young OG, Dragon Lee, you know, cool match or whatever. But I still felt this week personally, Raw was one of the weaker shows. You know what I'm saying? It's not really that much, not really that hype towards it. You know, we had the bloodline all over and over again. We had a moment with Solo and Steph, you know. You know, Solo to me was, you know, showing his little comical side a little bit, you know, explaining what's going on, you know, back in the day with him, you know, helping Roman out, whatever, blase, and all that good stuff. But like what's going on for like this past week is basically, you know, just a build up for SummerSlam. So I didn't have like really nothing too high or too low for Raw, but we're gonna jump over to NXT. First of all, I love the you know the moment between Lola Vice and Kendall Gray. I mean, even though we know that Kendall really can't talk on the mic though, the fact that they about to have a underground match, you know, that's cool and everything. But I laughed too at the end. But the best part with Kendall Gray actually said, like, when I actually want to, you know, kick your ass and all that stuff and then all that stuff, but instead of me kicking it, you can go back, you know, go back to what you do best, and that means you can, you know, shake your ass and all that stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. See Keanu Carver. See Keanu Carver, you know, he had a match, he disappeared for a second. Nobody did. I ain't really care, but Saquon Sugars and Noam Dar and the Romeo match. I mean, even though they're a cool little tag team, Romeo and Noam Dar, I bet pretty much know that Dark State was gonna win the match anyway. Go with Naraku. You know, I think it's his time to go. I think this is black screen time for him. I mean, it's not getting no better, bro. And then you had a street fight. Like I expect you to be outside, like in the parking lot or something. You know, fighting amongst the people or doing something at least. You just had a bona fide no disqualification match. You said street fight. I'm going back. When you say a street fight, I'm thinking about the days of, you know, John Cena and Eddie Guerrero had a little parking lot brawl, you know, surrounding the cars and everything like that a little bit. So it pretty much going next to Evolve. You know, Evolve was just okay, you know, wasn't too hype, wasn't too low, anything like that. I mean, I didn't expect for, you know, Elijah to lose again, but Dorian, he had a good match, but pretty much it for Evolve. Now TNA, look, I think this might be working. I think once they cut the fat of Mike Santana, I think, hey, man, hey. Look, this is like the most, like the hypest since we started doing this show. And TNA came back to AMC. And they came back, man. You know what? I actually like the match between the Righteous and the Hardys. It was shocking to me, like even that Matt's family got involved with it, with his children and his wife. They played out the little, you know, the flower thing again. I mean, hey, even though it wasn't no bull crap or anything like that, like even a part of the little subtle things, like making that mouse foam up, like they was like chewing Alka-Seltzer and having weapons used. Man, threw a boat. They threw a boat at a guy, a whole paddle boat. They picked up, throw a paddle boat, and then you still had the essence of having a wrestling match because they had, you know, little trailer out back or whatever. He got his spare ring or whatever where he trained at or whatever. I thought that was pretty cool. It was cool seeing Ricky Sosa, Leon Slater, even though we didn't get the match that night. I mean, it gives us something to look forward to next week. So that's good.
Yeah,
it's shocking.
You going to Philly, Travis? We'll be seeing you up there.
Oh, we going? Well, okay. Anyway, this order forth, they were Mustafa Ali. Like, I don't know if they breaking the dude up or they're going to break, you know, separate him from the group or whatever. But what Leon got in his head, told Leo, you good enough to get into the international championship match, okay? Like, don't let Mustafa, knock you out your spotlight. This is a once in a lifetime moment opportunity, get a championship, more TV time, a little bigger pay or whatever, So that's cool. So we're gonna go over to SmackDown. Okay, look, I'm liking this, Nick Aldis and Gunther match. I'm liking it. You know what I'm saying? Like at this moment, I'm thinking, I'm pulling for Nick Aldis to get the W. I'm picking Nick Aldis to win the match. So I know we're gonna talk about it later on, but I'm giving my pick right now. But I didn't like this moment between Cody and Punk. It's just nothing but two men standing in the ring giving compliments at each other. Like somebody's gonna have somebody needs to turn somebody quickly. Like I don't know when or what. I love the moment backstage with Cody and Damian Priest. And the only reason I say that is because of what Damian said, as far as the guys in the back are tired of seeing the same people over and over and over again, going for the championship. Hey, I feel the same way, and I'm pretty sure there's other people that feel the same way. Like the little, moment with Trick and Baron Corbin, Oh, this is Trick had his moment when he said, "Look, where I'm from, look, we don't tag dudes from behind. Look, we could do this right now. Challenge you for the United States Championship, whatever. It's cool, but we've no. I'll wait for we talk about that for SummerSlam. Yeah, this is pretty much a SmackDown, but we're gonna go over to AAA. There's nothing that I can't, they know about AAA, that I have my my moments with AAA. Well, we ain't gonna speak on that right now. I pretty much figured, the edit with this Dom and Grande Americano match. I mean, we pretty much know that Dom was going to, turn on him. You can't trust Dom. He is dirty for a reason. It was cool, see, what's that? Laredo Kid Alejandro get the, the mixed tag matches and everything like that. So that's cool. What else I wanted to say? Yeah, that's pretty much it. But I'm not gonna go too high on my grade. I really feel like with the end of the week being better, I'm gonna give this week a C+.
So we got a C- and a C+ to start the week, man. Seeming very mid in here. All right, let's go to you, heavy developmental, Mr. Green. How are you today, bro? First and foremost, over there. And next, what is your overall opinion of this week's WWE product, and what's your overall letter grade, bro?
Yeah, I'm good to go. We're gonna get right into this wrestling thing. I guess we're gonna start off with Raw. That's the number one thing to start off with. I don't, you said it last week, and I don't like you for saying it. I don't like Javon Evans and Dragon Lee together. Don't put them together. Let's not put these two together. I don't like that. I need Javon to find someone else. It was somebody he could have been. Oh yeah, I got rid of Kofi. God damn it. Man. But it is what it is. We're here now. But no, I don't like this tag team. That's one. So please don't do any more future work with them. I don't like that. Oba did his thing as usual. Chad gave him yeah, that's fine. Ethan Page. Joe Hendry got another dub. You know what I mean? Let's get these dubs, Joe. And 5-2 with the whole LA Knight thing and all this other stuff. That was fine. It just wasn't. I guess it was a bit anticlimactic because if you watching it, you was looking at it like, okay, it's about 10, 15. All right, what's next? You always thought it was another segment coming in, and then they just said that's it, folks. And then you saw the Paul and the Lee Giddings and all that. Like, it's over. So, I don't like the fact that they cut it kind of on the shorter side. So, I hope they do better with that. So, let's not continue that aspect of it. But we can move over to NXT. NXT was good for me. I enjoyed it. Keanu Carver got another ass whooping as he was delivering the ass whoopings, and that's what you want to see. So he got another one. So he basically took out this tag team practically by himself. So that's a good thing. The Dark State thing, I'm pretty much a little bit over that. Um, yeah, I'm over the dog state with the sugars thing. Saquon does remind me of Xavier Woods. He does give me a lot of Xavier Woods vibes, so I like to see him with another faction or just another individual, and I think he can definitely sell his stock there. Jada Parker got a dub. I don't know whether she just did Nanny's move, the sharpshooter. It was kind of like the Rock's version of the sharpshooter. It wasn't the sharpshooter. It was more like the Scorpion. But she did it right. So hopefully that could be in her will set. Can we add that finisher to her repertoire? I don't know. You know these ladies they getting submission moves now. So, Reign of Volcon, she premiered, destroyed Skylar. It was nothing else to it. I don't know how her torture rack movement is going to do against some bigger opponents, but the majority of women are smaller than her. She's on the curvier side, so what I'm saying, she doesn't have to deal with that when it comes to the weight and everything like that. So it's cool when you're going against small individuals. I like to see it when she actually goes against people that's about her size or bigger. With that being said, yeah, Tony D'Angelo. Tony D is just Tony D. You know what I don't like about Tony D? Tony D, you're not Bret Hart, right? So, and I say that to say, you don't need to make sure that your hair is in a fro, the white man's fro, in order to say that you put on a banger. Because after the match was over, he still had a slick hair. Like, it was still slick. And I literally saw him do this. I'm like, you don't have to do that. It didn't require it for this match. So you're getting that fro of fat like you just been through a war. You didn't. You won convincingly, my guy. It's okay. So I don't like that. Don't force that. And then Mr. Spin the Block came through, pause, and we'll see what happens in NXT. It's your show, bro. It's your show. They are lacking the male side of things right now. So if you're that guy, similar to, let me think, when Trick came over to TNA and became that guy, then you should probably do something similar. This is your chance. Everyone's still familiar with you, Mike. That's who you was fighting. You was fighting Trick. So let's see what you can do. With NXT is there for you. And Kendall Gray, that was probably her best promo she ever did. I know that's probably one of her weakest points. That was her best promo she ever did. So that's a good thing. We see what happens. We see what happens moving forward when it comes to Kendall Gray. Let's move forward with Evolve. I think Evolve was great. I thought it was great. The opening tag match with it's a newcomers, Shido and Victor versus Cappuccino. Cappuccino is my guy, and Marcus Mathers, and they got their ass kicked. This new tag is formidable. They look like they're athletes. They look like classic WWE superstars already, and that's what you want. We was masquerading a bunch of guys that don't look the part. These guys are starting to look the part. Dorian Van Dust versus Sam Holloway. Sam Holloway is a classic big man. I like to see him on the main roster. Just to be a big man on the main roster, you ain't got to win. Just be a big guy on the main roster. That's what I want to see. But that was a no count out. So nobody got the victory. Butch Jensen beat Elijah. He had the ropes or whatever the case may be. Like I said, we're not tripping off that. The sky's the future when it comes to Elijah. It's just when will they pull the trigger? It's not his time right this second, but he will be there. I'm not necessarily worried about it. Nikita, that was my bathroom break because I really don't care about Nikita Lyons. So there's that. And that was the end of the match. That was the end of the show. They did have a segment where Harlan Lewis was out there, Aaron Rook was out there, Tristan Angels, and maybe one other guy. And it was just like, all right, this is the movement going forward. It'll be kind of some of these guys involved. And I'm okay with that. I really like the Tristan Angels guy. He's a character. Nothing crazy about him, but he has the look. And I keep going back to that. That's what you want to see. Like, who has the classic WWE style look? It was Max Abrams. And once you find that, then you say, okay, what can we do? How can we develop your skill set? Are you good on the mic? How's your background? Can you wrestle? Can you high fly? Can you do all those things? But you got to look the part first. That's why we got issues now, because none of these guys on the main roster kind of looks the part. They look like they're just wrestlers that just kind of just work their way out of shape. People tired of saying that. So there's that. TNA was cool. I got a little bit of TNA. But the previous two, they did a good job of summarizing that. I still don't like this goddamn Hardy Boys angle. You like all the paddle boats flying and the flowers and stuff. I need them to wrestle. I need them to wrestle. But it's okay though. It's okay, to each his own.
They did wrestle. You see it with the wrestling ring?
I don't need that extra stuff.
Don't
need that stuff. But I'm looking for, when I'm looking at TNA, I'm not necessarily caring for the champion. I'm looking for Leon. I'm looking for Ricky. Shout out to the system. These are the people that I'm looking at, and honestly, the women's side, I love the knockouts thing. And I know Jada got a victory. Jada Stone, she's a phenomenal athlete, and Elena and Wendy got a no DQ. They got both no contest or whatever. So we're gonna keep moving with that. Nothing too big, spectacular happened. So we're gonna go to SmackDown. SmackDown, I guess. I guess I had the biggest issues with SmackDown. Let's start with the good thing. The good thing is, I agree with Trav. Like this Nick Aldis thing is catching fire. Like I'm really intrigued with this Gunther Nick Aldis angle. Like, and it's like all right, I'm here now. I'm here. I want to watch it. Depending on how Nick does he get a roster spot? Like, does he say the hell with being a general manager? I ain't too old to do this thing. Like, he's the youngest out the previous 4 people going for the belt. So I don't see why not. So we'll see how he does. We'll see. I know I ain't YouTube none of his matches or nothing, so we'll see how that goes. So I'm not worried about that. So that was a good segment, going through the tables and whatnot. That's cool. That was a good close to go home show type vibe. Like, I'm cool with that. Brie Bella. No one cares about none of that. I'm sorry. Shout out to Nikki coming back, but I don't care about Nikki either. Why do they have a spot on SummerSlam? I don't know. But they're there. Fatal Influence. Y'all the champions. Good job. Cool. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Chelsea Green defeated Kiana James. That's cool. Like I said, we gotta talk about Kiana James for a quick second. She had a spark, man, coming from that Rumble to the Elimination Chamber. Those couple months, like, okay, we got something here. She must have said something backstage or something. Maybe, I don't know. But ever since then, she's been completely buried, and I don't know why. Why would you even give her that little bump that you did just to say no? Because the fans was cheering for her. Like, she started to get some of the love. People made you forget about Julie for a little bit, but then they brought Julie with the blonde hair, and they said, "Oh, Julie's gonna get this." And Julie is still the same Julia. Did you thought the blonde hair was going to change her? No, it's still the same goddamn Julia. She still can't talk. Same person. They ain't changed nothing. I digress. Charlotte gets a dub over Nia. Nia's pissed off. That's 2 weeks in a row. And, they're selling it. They're selling, oh, my God, Nia is the one that's constantly getting screwed. But she's always been the heel. So who cares? Like, if anything, it's turnabout's fair play. Like, you're getting what's coming to you, so on and so forth. It could be future ramifications from that. We don't know. But for right now, why do I care? Give me a reason to care. As of right now, I don't have one. And we're gonna keep moving. I'm gonna say the confrontation later. Finn Balor, the one person I didn't expect to win one. He pinned Damian Priest. Tell me he didn't pin Damian Priest, because I think he pinned Damian Priest. Did he pin Damian Priest? The same mofo that said to Cody Rhodes or whoever, like, I'm tired of seeing y'all, but you was also a former champion. I needed someone like Trick Williams to say that. I needed someone someone that never won a championship belt to say that. That would make sense. Not only does that make sense, you say it, and then you don't want to get pinned. What we doing? So to me, when I hear stuff like that and I see the outcome, it makes me feel like that's Triple H's way of saying, "Oh, I hear y'all. I just don't care." So just like Damian Priest, who's actually getting a bump in AAA, why would you have this guy lose when he's actually getting a bump in AAA? I digress, but I think it's his way of saying "f you" to everybody else, to the internet community. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. He hears us. It's just the "f you" to go along with it. Understood, Triple H. Understood. But yeah, so Finn Balor got the victory to go against Sami Zayn, in which no one cares. No one cares about that, but it's there. Sammy get another great promo. Sammy promo's been on point the last couple of weeks, and I guess it's the Cody and Punk situation, which you have two faces and people don't know what to do. People are conflicted without confusion. You know what I'm saying? It's like I wanna feel a certain way, but it's I'm confused. But there's no context here. There's nothing here. So if I'm going to be confused for the sake of being confused, then that's one thing. But it's like let's say if a John Cena heel turn, like you're still going to get like silence, like it's the confusion, but they're going to be intrigued at the same time too. Like what's happening? What's next move? What's going on? Why did he do that? The questions are being asked. You're in it. You feel me? So when you see this and it's like these two guys they like each other, they don't like each other, they got smacked with a belt. I'm not your little brother, but they don't really play that little brother situation because they don't be together long enough for you to really hear that. Why do I care? And you can tell people don't care because of the ticket prices. The ticket sales are trash. The engagement is trash. That's why. That's the direct outcome. So you gotta have some type of, and it's basic wrestling, heel, face, and that will breed entertainment. Basic bottom line when it comes to wrestling, you will never get past that trope. Good guy, bad guy is going to lead to some type of entertainment. When you have face versus face or heel versus heel, and those are the things, it's stalemates. They don't know what to do, and they're not intrigued by it. So this is what's happening right now, and I hope that there's a better outcome. But if I have to wait till SummerSlam to see certain things that could happen, well, goddamn, we supposed to get to SummerSlam. We got to get there. You know what I'm saying? They're in the stadium. That stadium should be jam-packed. Right now, it's not. So tell me, why do I care? Why should I be invested in this? What's the story? Stephanie, my man. That being said, I'll move on to AAA. AAA was interested because I'm gonna just shout out Lola Vice. You lost your belt. Hopefully, you either get it back with your homeboy, or you get promoted to the main roster. But with that being said, it's the whole Dominic angle here. Dominic is not with Omos. Why is that important? That is important on multiple fronts, not just AAA. Does that mean could Omos then come to the main roster and continue that partnership? So now you have Omos on in the Judgment Day. I don't really care about the Judgment Day, but does that not solidify the Judgment Day? Does that not make them more important for the Judgment Day? Because no one cares about it. They can't even get past goddamn Danhausen.
Yeah, they kind of did rub shoulders with Oba too.
That's a fact. So that was my next point right after that. Now that you have Omos on Raw, guess who has an opponent after this Brock situation? Because he's not going for the goddamn title because y'all keep effing us around. I get it. We here for it. We're trying not to see the obvious, but the obvious is there because the man had a title shot and he doesn't have a title shot. And that gives him somebody to fight, and that's all you want. You want opponents for other people. So I think this has way more ramifications outside of AAA. Other than just being Omos and Dom together on AAA. So within the week in the whole, like I said, I like TNA. I like Evolve. I think that was one of the better cards. Definitely was like a future-based card. Like these are the heavy hitters that's coming. NXT was great for me. Raw was trash. TNA was cool. AAA was great. SmackDown was absolutely god awful. That's a C minus. That's a C minus.
So we got C minus, C plus, C minus. All right. Let me go. So I'll go first. Hold on. My overall grade, first and foremost, I'm giving this a hard D. Pause. This is a straight D. Y'all being too nice. Usually I'm the nice one over here, but Raw was trash. I think Raw was trash, man. Like Raw was dookie doo. I don't know what's going on Raw. Shout out to the Oba and JD match. It's fun seeing Oba out there throwing them around. That was fun. That's probably the most entertainment I had on the show. Like I already knew that Jacob 5-2 wasn't losing to LA Knight. I mean, come on, man. Thought that was going to possibly happen. LA Knight was going to beat Jacob 5-2. In what world? Javon Evans and them losing. You feel me? Had to be done. That was going to happen. The Vision getting the way they are. Braun Breaker, still, we don't know where he is with the SummerSlam and nothing like that. Nothing building with his character. It's cringy watching Maxine Dupree and Austin Theory knowing that she just got married last year to Cam Hendricks. I don't nothing about Raw. Raw was just, excuse me, complete waste of time. And there was no Roman Reigns either. So no need to watch that show, in my opinion. NXT, I'm not gonna lie to you, middle of the show, I'm not really intrigued by a bunch of developmental right now. They need something else. I've been losing focus on my developmental watching. A shout out to Mike Santana. I know he was going viral for a second for coming over to WWE again. Hopefully, you know, he gets some love in WWE because he damn sure, like, shout out to Travis. He damn sure wasn't helping out TNA. Golly, TNA was trash with him as a champion. So hopefully he'll come over here. The sky's the limit, like BA says. He can actually run the company right now and change his whole character up completely where he's a different character going into the main roster. So we'll see what happens. But it's wide open for him. Windows wide open. Evolve, I do not watch that nonsense show. Shout out to y'all for watching it for me, so I don't have to. Yeah, time to keep it there. TNA, I actually missed this week. I fell asleep. I actually had to record it, though, didn't see it. They actually are up in their highlights for TNA now, doing more highlights and all, I guess, recently since Ricky and them got involved. So I'm going to go back, but I actually recorded the show. I saw that Nick kept his championship, that Ricky and them said they're going to be in Philly next week. Jeez, damn it, 2.5 hours up the street to see Ricky Sosa and Leon Slater. But nah, I'll see him one day. That's TNA. Yeah, keep it moving. Friday, SmackDown. I thought SmackDown was actually better than Raw, and that's not by a lot. The Fatal 4-Way match was actually, like, I thought the matches were cool on SmackDown. It's just these segments and all, like Cody and Punk thing was trash. Not including the Baron Corbin thing on TV was trash. Yeah, that's it. I'm not gonna go into much detail, y'all. It's not a week to go into detail about. We got more to talk about later on. AAA. I wasn't even a big fan of AAA either. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew that Laredo Kid and them was gonna win a championship. You knew this was gonna happen with Dominic and them. I'm just gonna get a Triple Mania with Dominic and Al Grande, Americano. I'm ready to see their one-on-one match. It's gonna be interesting to see how they get there now with the turns and all that with Dominic Mysterio on him, but that's what I'm ready to see. So that's all I gotta say about that. And overall, like I said, I'm gonna be short and sweet. Probably the shortest review I ever gave. I'm gonna give that week, like I said, a D, straight D. Pause. And I'm gonna go with you on this one, Travis, first, because I know BA probably gonna mess it up. What were our highs and lows brought to the people by?
The merch.
The merch. Yes, sir. Our merch is there, as I think all of us have on, other than Mr. Green. But if you're interested in any of our merch, we got links to all the different types of shirt we have in the description of this video, as well as the description of our channel. Definitely post anything and tag us on all socials. Our socials are all in the descriptions as well, letting us know you get anything if you get anything. And we'll definitely repost anything you have and show love and all that type of stuff as well. We appreciate you so much. But we got a little bit of tea for you guys. I know we got SummerSlam next week, so let's talk about that and some other things. Let's get to it. SummerSlam, y'all, it's here. 2-night event. We went from having 6 matches to 12 matches now on the card in like a day. I'm gonna run through the matches real quick for y'all. Start at the top. We got Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for the World Championship, Men's World Championship. We got CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes for the Men's Undisputed Championship. Brock Lesnar and Obafemi 3 in Hell in a Cell. Liv Morgan versus Io Sky for the Women's World Championship. Penta versus Chad Gable for the Men's Intercontinental Championship. We have a ladder match for the interim Women's Championship that has Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill, the Women's U.S. Champion Tiffany Stratton, Chelsea Green, and the winner between Lash Legend and Julia. That'll happen on Friday SmackDown. We have Gunther versus Nick Aldis, who is no longer an executive anymore. He signed away his rights. He is now an active wrestler. We have Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn for the #1 contendership to the winner of Punk and Cody Rhodes. We have the Usos and Jacob Fatu, the Bloodline, going against Royce Keys, LA Knight, and Solo Sikoa. We have Fatal Influence versus Nikki and Brie Bella and Paige. Danhausen versus Dominic Mysterio. And last but not least, we have Trick versus Baron Corbin for the Men's U.S. Championship. So take it off the screen, guys, and just basically what do y'all think about this lineup so far? Who you think gonna win, I guess, and what do you expect? Anybody?
I'm trying to look at. Can you make it the full screen? So, all right. So I already feel like they're gonna use Io to take the belt off Liv, like, and just do that whole thing. Finn and Sammy, it's like I almost thought you could miss it match, you know. Like, I really want Finn to win, but it's like I have no idea. Trick and Corbin, you already know I'm thinking Trick. Danhausen and Dom, I think it's gonna be shenanigans, and Danhausen's gonna win. Fatal Influence, and then them losers. I mean, it's either loser's game. They all suck. Fatal Influence and Nikki, Brie, and Paige. Usos versus Keys, Knight, and Sikoa. I feel like the Keys, Knight, Sikoa team gonna win. Penta and Gable, they're trying to make Penta invincible right now, so I'm gonna feel like Gable's gonna lose. Chelsea, Jade, Tiffany, and them. You said 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna say I want to say Jade, obviously, but I feel like for some reason Charlotte's going to win. Like Charlotte's gonna be the overall winner of that. And Roman, Seth, I have no idea. No idea. I'm gonna say Roman. And Punk versus Cody. Cody Golden Boy, but I'm saying he's gonna lose this, so they can use that as an excuse to turn Cody all the way heel, and then Hell in the Cell. I feel like it's just gonna be Oba's show. I think Rock really is trying to leave like this damn year, and he doesn't care how hard he fights him. He's gonna try and get out of here by 2026 is over. So I think that I think Oba's gonna win that one. That's my thoughts. Anybody else could jump in. Whatever.
Else?
Yeah. Yeah. So this whole card is interesting. Let's just go along. Roman. Let's say Punk. Let's say Oba. Liv. For the sake of unREAL. Chad. Pension go back to Triple H for a while. Chelsea with the asterisk. Shout out to Lash. I want you to win. Gunther and all this. Let's go with all this. That's a bad look on Gunther. That's a bad look period on Gunther. What happened to Gunther? Let's go with Sammy. Let's go with Fatu. I don't care. Let's go with Danhausen. And let's go with Trick.
All right.
There you go.
Travis.
All right. Roman. Oba. I would pick Io. Chad Gable. If Lash wins her qualifying match Friday, I'm picking Lash to win the whole match.
Mhm.
Both Nick Aldis. Oh man, man, but all right, I'm gonna pick him anyway. I'm picking Royce Keys, LA Knight, and Solo. I really don't care between Fatal Influence and the Bellas and Paige. Danhausen. I'm picking Trick. Now, the reason I skipped the Punk and Cody in the number one contenders match, now I'm feeling like this. Whoever the person that wins, I'm feeling like I think that's the person gonna be matched up with. So, like, say for example, like if Cody wins, I'm thinking Finn gonna win that match. And if Punk wins, I think Sammy's gonna be the number one contender.
I agree. To give him somebody new.
Yeah.
Meet somebody new they haven't. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So I'm going Roman. I'm gonna go Cody, which means Finn gotta win. Okay. I'm gonna go Cody. I'm gonna go Oba. I'm gonna go EO. Chad Gable. Lash Legend. Gunther. Finn Balor. The Bloodline. Nikki, Brie, and Paige, because Fatal gonna lose. They got the championship, but they don't gotta lose the championship by losing this match. So it's gonna have them lose again. Danhausen. You know what? Dom could actually give Danhausen his first L. No, Danhausen though, and I'm gonna go Trick as well. So y'all think it's gonna be a good PLE or what? Trash.
I think okay.
I mean, it's good on paper.
Yeah, a little paper. Now, do you think any returns?
I think it's stacked, and I think maybe we're gonna have surprises too. Like,
you think there might be some surprises, some returns.
They got to get Braun Breaker a match because I'm thinking if Braun Breaker have a match,
maybe
that Bronson Reed gonna return.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe Bronson Reed returns the Monday afterwards. So
yeah,
I don't know. They threw half these damn matches on there in one day. So
no story. Why do I care?
It's just
right.
Just matches. All right, so let's move forward, y'all. Y'all know thumbnail of the show. The major talking point right now. Last week, Tuesday, WWE unREAL Season 3 happened. 5 episodes. Main talking points was John Cena retirement, AJ Lee returning, and the new wrestlers showcasing himself, including Braun Breaker, Oba Femi, Trick Williams, and Lash Legend. Just again, open floor. What you guys think about unREAL? Did you guys watch any of it? How much did you watch? And what do you think about it?
I mean, I enjoyed it, but that's just I like watching behind the scenes stuff like that. But maybe part of it is still part of the story. You know, maybe we are looking too much into it, and that maybe part of it is still like a rib a little bit. But I did like the Trick episode. Oh, sorry, what were you about to say?
I was just saying kayfabe. You saying
part of basic kayfabe. Obviously, I liked the Trick episode, and I liked him kind of like a lot of us already heard his story already. So it was good watching him to kind of tell us a little bit more stuff about him, and getting to see him and Lash's relationship get to be a focal point was very cool. I don't know if you guys follow her Lash on social media, but she always kind of, after they do big PLEs, does like a big update about all their travels, like and stuff like that. So it was kind of like getting a little bit of that, a little peek into that. But also I'm curious about if they're gonna have Javon be more of a focal point, because I didn't really see much about Javon on there. I did, they had a whole thing with Oba Femi too, obviously, and telling his story about how he came over to to do I think Shot Point. But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I haven't finished, I think, the episode with John Cena's actual actual like whole retirement thing. So I need to actually go back and finish that specific episode out of him. But once I watch some more episodes, I'll have a more formulated opinion. But you know, it is what it is. I think it's all right, but I do think in some ways it does kind of ruin the story a little bit because some of those stories are ongoing stories. They're not done. You know what I mean? So it's like making an opinion about them or making, you know, or saying that this is what it is, a work or whatever, kind of takes away the mystique of it. But that's my opinion. Anyone else can jump in.
Anyone else?
Mm-hmm. I thought it was cool. It was all right. I mean, this time no LA Knights feelings was harmed in the making of this, documentary or whatever. But I thought it was cool. I'm agreeing with Queen also, as far as I thought Javon was going to be more of a vocal point as far as like being one of the new guys. I mean, it was cool seeing Trick and Nova, but I thought he was going to be a little feature more too. And it was also cool because I think I'm probably like what I don't know if Mr. Green see the entirety of it, but I think I seen everything, like the entirety of everything. So I thought it was cool. I mean, it started out slow. I mean, it was cool, reliving the moments, John and everything, seeing some of the backstage stuff, and like for example, the when Punk and Cena was beefing for the last final time, and we've actually caught of what Punk said in the ring to Cena when they paused from doing a little brat beef or whatever, and he told I'm gonna miss you and all that stuff. So it was cool doing stuff like that, but it wasn't really that much of a hype. But I thought it was all right. But I watch it again. I don't know. I don't think so.
Mr. Green.
It was cool for some of the second as we were talking about before we go on. This is still kayfabe. They're setting up narratives, and then you're going to see how the narratives play out. You can see the fixes in from Braun Breaker, right? They're making him more of a sympathetic figure right now. So now you want to like, so when he does have his moment, well, yeah, he wasn't shoved down. Pause. He wasn't forced on us like that, and a whole bunch of other things. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, because that's what they said. So it helps his narrative once they do start to make him win some matches again, if they do. But and you have Liv chasing chickens and stuff like that. Them. Oh yeah. Makes you forget that she never defended her damn title yet. You know what I'm saying? Just little things along the line helps push narratives along the way. And it's just a continuation of it, and we just see what it is. The only the realest one was Randy when Triple H tried to gas him up. He was like, all right, H, I got you. Get up on my face, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I've heard it all, dog. You ain't got to gas me up. So shout out to Randy for that. But this is what it is, man, and it's they're telling you this show is not real. Don't believe it. They let you know right now. It's unreal. They just plan on it, and we thinking that everything is nah, man. This is all what they want us to see. This is all a publication. It's all Triple H and what he does. But the person they need to get rid of, they can get rid of that goddamn Michael Hayes. What do you say? Yeah, you could just F5, just F5 and just F5 and make it the fuck out of here, dog. Your time has elapsed here in the WWE, man. We need like terms. We need like Senate terms.
Get rid of Bruce too.
Yeah, man, these ain't no Supreme Court spots, man. You ain't supposed to have this job for it until you kill over. So, but yeah, that's how I feel.
Why these Vince dudes still there? They Vince dudes. Why they let them go? Let them get out of there. But yeah, same thing. It's kayfabe. I've really just come to terms that this whole thing is all kayfabe. They made sure to stay away from stuff that they want to talk about, Pat McAfee stuff and all of that. Getting into details about that. The Brock Lesnar taking his gloves off and all that stuff, the retirement thing, didn't say anything about that. You feel me? Like, this is strictly what Triple H wants. This is why I keep telling folks when they give Triple H the benefit of the doubt and it's no, it's not Triple H. Yeah, it is. It's Triple H. He involved in that too. I don't know what you want us to give him I guess blame for or whatever. Like, he gets all the benefit when it's great, but no blame. But yeah, it is what it is. This is kayfabe. This part of the story. This moves the story along. That's what I got from this. Like, this is wait for this so we can see this, what the story is of the next character. It's like, we introduce a new character, something like that, and you give them like a story. They're a little on a show or something like that. You get a little story or whatever like that. That's what we get now, where it's like, all right, this is your story that you sort of believe this year for this character or whatever. Keep it moving. So that's it. And I didn't really watch all of it. I just skimmed through it. I'm not going to watch it. I'm never going to watch the whole season of this because I'm not a fan of it in general. But it's good to see the new guys. Good to see Lash get showcases. I don't think there was any other lady I was asking you beforehand that got showcased as far as a new lady. So yeah, shout out to Lash for that. And that's all we got to say about unREAL. So before we move on to our next segment, BA, let me ask you, Mr. Green, what was that wrestling tea brought to people?
People at Fanatics.
This I Was Told segment is brought to you by the folks over at Fanatics. Fanatics is the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love the most, including WWE. You can earn fan cash to redeem them in your orders, jersey protection for when your favorite player is traded or changes teams. They also have an unrivaled selection of authentic fan gear and Fanatics exclusives that are only available on the site. So if you need some merch and are interested in helping the channel, scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link, which is always in the description. If you're trying to get any sports merchandise, any WWE merchandise, any boxing merchandise, anything, definitely use that link or that QR code that you saw on the screen. Helps out the channel in a big way. Go to Fanatics, grab as much stuff as you can. It'll help the channel out, and we appreciate you in advance for that. The link is in the description as well. We do have some late breaking drop-in news though, y'all, for you guys before we get to our questions and comments. Get a drum roll going on. The 2027 Hall of Fame first inductees were named today, guys. So they said that they're going to put the Brothers of Destruction, the real Brothers of Destruction, in the Hall of Fame next year. So let's put them on the screen here. That's your boy Muy Grande Negro Americano. Look at him. And you got it, Travis, looking like Darrell Reeves.
Cool. Man.
Proud moment, Travis. How you feel, man? Look at them with the ring already. How you feel, man?
I know this is a wonderful feeling, a wonderful feat. I worked all my life for this moment. I couldn't do this without you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Finally, being a real Southern Brothers.
Real brothers.
Now, no kayfabe.
We did this. We had to deal with our mom together, but I'm just happy that we made it before Mr. Green and Chemo Queen. Real recognize real, and they ain't looking familiar. Let's get to the questions and comments, guys.
Sponsored by True Classic.
Always wanted to try True Classic, but hate shopping online? Keep watching. You've probably seen our ads online. Look, I get it, you're skeptical. I mean, is everything we sell really as soft and well-fitting as we say it is? If you need to try us before you buy us, True Classic now has stores nationwide. Visit one of these stores and you can fit, feel, and outfit a bunch of our customer favorites. So don't wait for shipping or worry about how much to spend. Visit one of our retail stores today and see the True Classic difference for yourself.
Shout out to True Classics. First and foremost, y'all already know we got Cuz in the house, the best, brightest, and blackest. What's up? What up, Cuz? You already know. And also one more from Cuz. He says, yeah, Naomi coming back at SummerSlam. That's his belief. So, I think that's it for today, y'all. Another great episode. Thank you so much, everybody that was here. Thank you so much to my co-hosts. It was a fun time right there. We got through a lot in an hour. It was good. Good. Y'all already know who we be. But let me see. Show you the watch along schedule again, guys, real quick. If you're interested, Monday Raw, Tuesdays NXT, Wednesdays Evolve, Thursdays TNA Impact, Friday SmackDown, any Saturday night main event, any Sunday night main event, AAA, and any PLEs on Saturday or Sunday. Definitely check us out over there. Also, we showed this live now as well. If you didn't know, on Twitter, follow all of our socials in our descriptions. We damn near show all our shows there now. So this will be updated or uploaded, I should say, on the Twitter after the show is over. We show on Kick and Twitch as well. So Facebook, Instagram, Kick, Twitch, with TikTok, anything, you can go find us over there. We always, if you do follow us over there already, come on over here to YouTube and give us a sub over here as well. It helps us out as far as monetization. But we also have some other shows as well, guys. If you didn't already know, shout out to my guy BA over there, Mr. Green. Get off the damn fence. He does it with the rest of the 695 crew, Larry and Calvin. They talk about everything, but mainly pop culture. They do shows every Wednesday evening. Check my guys out. Give them a like and subscribe over there. He's also on another channel, Cause We Geek, with Rel, Big J, and Will. They talk about everything in geek culture and film and television. They have shows Tuesday evenings and Saturday mornings. Check my guys out over there. Help them get to their first 500 as well. They're chugging along. Also, if you're in the NBA content, me and Rel, Captain Crown NBA content, or NBA podcast, I should say. We have shows every Wednesday, Monday. I should have said Monday first and Friday morning. Check us out over there. We getting into the off season. Summer league's over. We'll be getting into I don't know. What's next? Almost talking about preseason pretty soon. We're in August, so the NBA season just keeps on moving. That's just wild. But yeah, so come on over there if you're into NBA news, if you're into NBA debates and stuff like that. Barbershop talk. We have shows over there. We're trying to get to our first 5,000 over there, so we appreciate all the new subscribers we've been getting just in general.
Shout out to the emergency pause for LeBron. We appreciate y'all for that.
No problem. We had to drop that. It's crazy. Bron did his announcement right after we got off the show, bro.
Right after y'all got off the show. We
ended the show and it was like LeBron's going to Philly. We was like, but I was happy though because we needed a new. I didn't want that to be under the same title, if that made sense, and under the same like thumbnail and all that stuff. We needed a separate thumbnail and clip for that. So yes, with all that being said, y'all, we sending Travis. He don't even know yet. All Elite. We'll see him next week over there. He's gone. And
I ain't going to All Elite. I'm a Hall of Fame. Don't play with me like that.
You know, I mean,
Corbin says he wants them to put Melo into the U.S. title match.
Yeah, Edge in the Hall of Fame. Mick Foley in the Hall of Fame. That don't mean a goddamn thing. Hey, but with all that being said, shout out to my co-host. We got K-Mo Queen over there, Queen of the Ring 86 in the house. Heavy Developmental Mr. Green down there in the house. He let y'all know about Evolve and NXT whenever y'all need to know. The final Hugo Boss Travito down there. He'll definitely let you know about each and every star you need on every 5-star Frog Splash. And I am Muy Grande Negro Americano. I go by the name King as well. This is We Talk Combat, so we talk all things combat sports and sports entertainment. We are the best, brightest, and the blackest combat review show there is on YouTube or anywhere else. Don't you forget as well that we watch the shit so you don't have to. We are the People's Channel, and we will see y'all next week when we see y'all. Peace.